Greetings, my dear students. Today I am giving you the notes of Unit 2, Development and its Infrastructures, Lesson 5, Formulation of Development Proposals at Local Level, Grade 10, Social Studies. So let's begin. Let's begin with very short questions. Very short question number 1 is, what is meant by formulation of plans? Clarify the term. The process of setting goals for development work is called formulation of plan. Question number 2. Why is public participation important at local levels while formulating development proposals? Write a reason. Public participation is important at local levels while formulating development proposal because development is mean to the people, so their participation makes the plan effective and it is a part of decentralization. So we can understand here why is public participation important while formulating plans at local level. We have understood development is mean for the people. So if we include the people while making plans and policies, it will be quite fruitful because they will help in identifying the problems and they will contribute to the implementation and execution of the project. Question number 3 is, what is a development proposal? And remember, it is not a plan. Before making a plan, a proposal is made. Actually, the proposal itself is a plan. Before it is approved, it is proposal. After getting approval by the concerned authority, it becomes a plan. So what is a development proposal? Development proposal is a proposed plan for development. So it is a plan. It is a plan made by the people, concerned people for development. And after it is approved, it becomes plan. So proposal is also a plan. Now let's go to B, short questions answer. And question number 1 is, why is there need of public participation while carrying out any development work? Write advantages in 6 points. So this question is demanding the need of public participation. You need to write, why is public participation needed in any type of development work? So you have to write the advantages of public participation in development work. They help the government to find out the problems. They help the government to find out the priority of the problem. They help to utilize and identify the local resources. They help to carry out the development at a rapid pace. That means a speed, fast development. They can be more responsible and reliable for the development work because of their participation and because of their involvement in the development activity, they become more responsible. Like a bridge across a local river made by the people can be more durable because that is made by the local people by using local material, and they take care of that project, that work, because that is made by them. That type of feeling of responsibility comes, and they contribute their labor and financial help for the development work. That is another advantage. So these are the advantages you have to write in 6 points. Going to question number 2. Well, planning of a project means half completion. Justify. So this question should not be written in points. We have to understand the type of answer after reading the question. What type of answer has the question demanded? This question says justify the statement. Okay, justify the statement. And it is explanation. It needs explanation. So well, planning of a project means half completion. Justify. The statement well planning is half completion of the project is absolutely true. As the proverb goes in English, well begun is half done. So you know in English there is a program, there is a proverb, well begun is half done. That means if something is started very nicely, that is almost half done. So a program which is well started is almost half completed. The success of a project depends on its planning. If planning is very visionary, nicely planned, very nicely designed, then the project can be completed within the time frame, within the estimated budget, and all the goals of the project can be achieved. Everything depends upon a planning. If there is error in the planning, then the project cannot be successful, because planning is a vision and design of a project. In case of default in the planning itself, the project cannot be completed and it will be unsuccessful in the days to come. So this is the importance of planning and well planning. Well planning of a project is half completion. Well begun is half done. It is like that. Let's go to question number 3. How can plannings be formulated? Explain 2 important steps. Plannings can be formulated by going through the following steps. Here you have to write the steps of planning. And step number 1 is relation establishment. Step number 2, situation study. Step number 3, problem prioritization. Step 4, agreement on project. 5, minuting and presentation. And the question has demanded to describe any 2. So I have described problem prioritization and agreement on project. Let's go to problem prioritization. What is the meaning of this? Problem prioritization means selecting the problem which needs to be solved first of all other problems. In a place, there may be several problems like lack of drinking water, lack of primary school, lack of bridge across the local river, etc. So there may be many problems. So which problem is most burning? Which problem should be solved first? This is called problem prioritization. And a project should be made, planning should be made for the problem which needs to be solved first of all. Another is agreement on project. So what is the meaning? Agreement on project means formal agreement about the project with the concerned authorities like the rural municipality, etc. Sometimes agreement can be with donor agencies, NGO and INGO, etc. So it is agreement. So after making the plan, you go and meet the concerned authorities and agreement should be done. They should give you the approval. That is called agreement. Go to question number 5. Question number 4. What are the basic components to be included while preparing a proposal for a development project? Make a list. Question itself has said make a list, so no need to write in paragraph. And the basic components to be included while preparing a proposal for a project are: there should be the part introduction and the introduction of the project, objective, project site means the area, target area, estimated budget, consumers contribution, approach on sustainable development. It should be approaches on sustainable development, duration of the project, and sources. So these are the components to be included while making a proposal for a project. And there are some more benefits of the project. You have to mention who will be benefited and name list of consumers committee, and then conclusion. You have to write something in the conclusion. Now go to question number 5. Government of Nepal has started to execute the local government structures from 30th Falgun 2073 BS. What would be the advantages of it to the nation? Right, based on the total units of local bodies discussed in the lesson. So that means government has already implemented the structure of local government, local bodies. So now we have municipalities, sub-metropolitan municipality, metropolitan municipality, rural municipalities. So this local structure. So what is the advantage, or what are the advantages? You have to write that. The government has restructured the local authorities, local bodies into 753 units total, 753 units. All the units can formulate their own plans and execute according to the federal laws. So they can make their own plan, they can implement their plans, but according to the law, federal law. They cannot make plans and execute them against the law. All should abide by the federal laws. And the local bodies in Nepal are metropolitan cities, all total 6, sub-metropolitan cities 11, municipalities 276, and rural municipalities 460. And there will be several advantages to the nation. And the advantages are mentioned in points. The first is the local bodies will perform the tasks of development. They will carry out development activities in their area. The local bodies will help the government to execute the plans and policies of government. Definitely, the plans, policies of government are brought to the people by local bodies, and they are implemented by local bodies. And the local bodies will definitely will identify the resources and utilize them. Yeah, the resources of the local area are identified the local authorities, and they utilize them, identify as well as utilize. The local bodies will try to find out the problems of the people and solve them. So what are the problems of the people in a local area that is identified by the local bodies? The local bodies will be responsible in carrying out all sorts of development activities within their area. The local bodies will be helpful in the execution of decentralization. You know, there is a concept of decentralization. In Nepal now we have federal structure, and in federal structure there is decentralization. Decentralization means giving power and authority to the local bodies. Power is distributed from center to the local authorities. Perhaps you have heard in Nepali they say गाउँ गाउँमा सिंह दरबार. गाउँ गाउँमा सिंह दरबार आयो. So its meaning is Singha Darbar means it was the center of power. When there was monarchy in Nepal, Singha Darbar means it is the center of power. And there was only one type of government in Nepal, that there was unitary system. There was central government which conducted everything from Singha Darbar. So Singha Darbar means the symbol of power. So Gaon Gaonma Singha Darbar means local authorities are powerful. They are as powerful as Singha Darbar. So that is the meaning. That is the meaning of decentralization. And these local bodies help in the execution of the concept of decentralization. So with this, I have come to the end of today's note. Thank you very much.